I was thinking about how long I've known Judge McBride, and it's been in excess of 30 years. And actually I met Gil through his mom and dad, Beeman and Miriam McBride. I can state without reservation that those are two of the most wonderful people I've ever met in my life. And in this case, Gil McBride, their only son, is like the proverbial apple that didn't fall far from that tree.
Judge McBride was our attorney for the adoption agency years ago.
Great guy, wonderful guy, and he was really easy to get to know. And through the past few years, it got even better, you know. But Judge is a very outgoing guy. He has time for everybody.
Well, in working with him, I had to make sure that all of the legal activities that were taking place were done right. And sometimes I had a tendency to allow my heart to get in it, and he said, no, this is the law.
I think just being in the Boys and Girls Club and being surrounded by the leadership that the staff gives at those clubs, I think that's a lot of his reason that he is the kind of person he is.
With Gil's skills and his character and his integrity, he is the perfect person to hold a position like that, as influential as that is.
I know him to be loyal and faithful to his wife and children, and I have seen the public respect that his wife and his children give him, and that says a lot about a man.
To have that caliber person to be able, that came from East Columbus Boys Club, to be inducted into the Boys to the Hall of Fame, I think that speaks highly of what's been done in the clubs in the past.
I don't know of any negative qualities about the man. He's very humble. As long as I've known him, I've never heard him, brag on himself. He lets other people brag on him.
The most important thing that I know about Gil is that he is a faithful and reverent man of God.
I think it's a perfect example of the kids that are served by the Boys and Girls Club. He's an example of someone they can look up to.
That's the main goal, is to bring those kids in and give them a better way of life and teach them the facts of life. Help them with their homework, help them with their whatever problems. I mean, it's just not schooling, it's just the way of life today.
He had a great desire to be helpful to children in the community, boys and girls, as well as their parents.
A lot of people don't know this story, but Judge used to live out on the east side of Columbus, and he would walk. He and his friends, they would walk down the railroad track to the Boys Club. Of course, if his mama and daddy had known that he had walked on the railroad tracks, he wouldn't have been able to walk to the Boys Club. And then he said, you know what's laying on the railroad tracks? And I said, I hope nothing. He said, along the side of the railroad tracks. I said, oh yeah, rocks. And he said, every now and then some rocks would fly up on that train. I just don't know how that ever happened. But Judge was a member at the East Columbus Boys Club.
Although I've been fortunate enough to have known many men of character and integrity in my life, I can truthfully say that I know of no man who surpasses my husband. He's helped the poor and the needy in so many ways besides financially, although he is a consistent and regular giver in that respect. If he says he'll do something, you may absolutely count on it. He has never once failed to honor any commitment he's ever made to me. Gil loves people with his life, particularly those who are fortunate enough to be a part of his family. But it's not just people. He's a friend to all, including animals, particularly dogs. In the nearly 35 years we've been married, he's never once refused to give a stray dog a home. He's been a mentor not only to our 4 children, but to many young people in the community. He engages with them personally and takes them under wing, but he's also created programs to help them get job experience. I once asked Gil why he enjoys reaching out and befriending so many people. He replied, I just try to sit by the road and be a friend to man. And while that is an apt picture of Gil, it's only a partial picture. He's just so much more. He's skilled, disciplined, practical, sensible, kind, and loving. I know of no man more deserving of honor than my husband, and I'm lucky he chose me to be his wife.
Judge McBride, it is a pleasure to welcome you to the Hall of Fame for the Boys and Girls Club of the Chattahoochee Valley. You are a very worthy representative of that honor, and just wish you the best of success going forward in your life and career.
He deserves the honor that you're giving him because I believe he bases his credit on what his relationship is with Jesus Christ.
Judge, what an honor it is to have you to be inducted into the Boys and Girls Club Hall of Fame. No one deserves it any better than you. You're a pillar of our community. We love you. We thank you for what you do. And just thank you for being an old Boys and Girls Club member. God bless you.